Good morning. I'm going to be taking you along with me for a day in the life today because it's a bit of a special day. It's our last day of school for the semester, which is not actually really going to involve school because we're going to have a Christmas party and we're looking forward to that. Everyone's excited. It's going to be the beginning of Christmas break. Right now it is about 5:20 in the morning and I am up early as is my habit so I can get some writing done and answer emails, answer some YouTube comments, and just have a little bit of this kind of quiet time before the rest of the day begins. How do you like to begin your day? For me, I definitely find that the early mornings while everyone is still asleep are my best time to get a little bit of computer work done because I don't find it easy to get writing or to be on the computer in general when my kids are awake. So I usually get some time in then. And then I made our breakfast. That's the 2-year-olds, the 1-year-olds, and my breakfast, which don't be mistaken, that's not coffee in the mug, it's hot chocolate. I have always been the kind of person who likes to read during breakfast, and that's my current read. Now, during the mornings, I usually play songs for saplings in Spanish for the boys, and they just play while I get the housework done, wash dishes, do laundry. So, how old is too old for pigtail braids? Don't answer that because the answer is probably like 6. On the topic, have you ever heard of like useless superpowers or small superpowers? I would say that one of mine is being able to do French braids on my own hair. I think it's useful, sort of. If we seem oddly dressed up today, it's because we are. We are not usually all coordinated in red and green and wearing somewhat fancy clothes, but this is something odd about our family is that we do dress up for practically no occasion at all. And my mom told me yesterday that she was considering this a dress festively in your Christmas clothes event for our homeschool and family. And we've been on lockdown, so we haven't had a whole lot of reasons to dress up, so we make the most of it. We like to dress up when we can. So we're about ready to begin our day.
Apple.
What letter does apple begin with? It's apple, right?
This one.
Yes, that one you see the seeds. Earlier this week, we learned that apples are one of Holly Horse's favorite treats. Did you know horses eat apples?
Apples.
And you eat apples. Do you like to eat apples?
Mm-hmm.
What letter is this?
This is noodles.
Nana noodles, yep. And they have a nose. You have a nose. Nana nose. Do you see the nose?
Did nose.
Yes, they have a nose. You see uppercase N's and lowercase N's nana noses?
Oh
Oh, that's a nana needle.
no. Nino.
Nana needle. The whole watermelon. Whole watermelon. So those holes go there. What's that one? What's that? What's that?
Egg.
That's not eggs. That's a pizza. So we've got some little food shops here on the side of the road that aren't really open in the morning, but are usually more open in the evening. What is it? Peace River. He always calls this the Peace River because of the song Peace Like a River, which he loves. And I think we look at it and see more of a polluted river, but I like his reminder, the little wonder he has. All right, you just saw us walking over to where we were going to have our little party. We are a 1-car family, so I walk when my husband's at work. And we started off the party with lesson 11 from Christmas Around the World, the Christmas unit from Gather Round. This lesson was on Christmas Around the World traditions, so we watched some videos and looked at some books. This was a fun book that we picked up for free from like a book trading place several years back. The kids love looking through these old pictures. Great coffee table little book. We played a little game where we had wrapped up all of the figures of a nativity in wrapping paper and then got to open up each figure one by one and kind of retell the Christmas story as they went through, unwrapping each character. And of course that was super fun because he felt like he was opening presents. We don't have graham crackers here, but you might recognize this as the graham cracker method of building and decorating gingerbread houses, which I think we spent quite a bit of time just eating the candy decorations. This was not a planned part of the party, but one child felt inspired to make a snowman out of boxes during the party. So, just let the creativity fly. Even the big girls had to get in on the candy house decoration because that was a lot of fun. And we had hot chocolate with whipped cream, which is very special. Although we do not have the cold weather to go with it, it's still delicious. And yes, I did read aloud my all-time favorite Christmas book, can't resist. We drew some Christmas trees on the chalkboard wall. Everyone had their own style of Christmas tree. And we played Christmas Pictionary, which was very fun. And some words were pretty easy, some were not so easy, like God rest ye merry gentlemen, which one of the kids wrote down and nobody got that phrase at all. So Pictionary is always a good time. This was the one game that I contributed to the party planning, which was wrapping people up as if they were Christmas presents. And I enjoyed the hilarity very much. And we are back home from the Christmas party. We didn't end up leaving till about 1:30, so left the house at 9, came back at 1:30. That's definitely a good bit longer than we're usually away on just a homeschool day, which goes to show why having parties is actually more work and more time consuming than doing school. Maybe that's why we do schoolwork all the time. But I can't get any credit for any of the party you saw, any of the party prep and everything. I didn't do any of that. That was all my mom and my sisters. They just were like, do you have any game ideas? And I said, how about we make the kids wrap each other up like Christmas presents and have like a wrapping a human up like a Christmas present competition. That sounds hilarious. And it was hilarious. That was a lot of fun. It was a good time. A little bit chaotic because what children's Christmas party will not be chaotic? And I think my boys were very tired by the end of it. Got a bit late for nap time, but they're both in naps right now. And so now we have reached the quiet part of the day. Now, while the boys are sleeping, I'm gonna take a little bit of time, work on some housework, mainly do some prep for dinner tonight. On the past 2 nights, we actually pretty much had what I call basically leftovers magically transformed into dinner. Kind of using up odds and ends in the fridge. Last night it was basically something like nachos topped with fried rice. So I felt like my family needed a real dinner today, now that we've used up all the odds and ends in the fridge. And we're gonna have fried zucchini and spicy soy sauce chicken with rice. That's one of our favorites. And if you've seen my vlogs before, you know that I usually like to do my food prep with my toddler. But just because of how intense today was and how late nap time started happening, I have a feeling he's gonna sleep pretty much until the time I need to start cooking dinner. So I'll just get the things cut right now. So I've got a cup of zucchinis that I'll chop up, and I'll make flour and spices mix to coat them in with egg before I fry them. I'll do that last minute. I've got an onion because the key to good spicy soy sauce chicken is lots of onion strips. And this I'll just serve on the side. I do not like bell peppers, but my son loves them, so there you go. In case you're ever wondering where all these vlogging people are placing their cameras all the time, I'll just let you know that right now my camera is on top of my air fryer, on top of the table that holds my plants. Now I'm gonna do my laundry. Bird on your head. Where's the bird? Bird, what is this?
This. Mom.
He's mad. It's an elephant.
Is it?
There's a bird on your head. Alright, you see it? Where's the bird?
Where's this?
He's going to zoom down to hit. Piggy! There's something on my head. There's something on his head? Birds in this one. Read this one again? Well, we just read this one, so we should read. You like this one a lot? You like it a lot? More again? Okay. Well, what we can do, we see this. Now, okay, see the birds in the nest? Now we can see the birds in the nest in this one. Okay, this is about apples. Remember we learned about apples this morning? In school, we did apples?
Apples.
My sister and I have a tree that grows the best part of apple pie. Can you guess what it is? Las abuelas de Liliana son Mima y mamá Gabina. Mima vive en la misma calle que Liliana, en un pueblo donde los días de verano son largos y el invierno trae montones de nieve. Mima habla solo inglés. A veces Liliana visita a Mima por la tarde. Otras veces sus padres dejan que Mima se quede la noche entera con su abuela. ¿Dónde está el oso? Oso. So my husband came home from work And we had dinner already, and he brought home some little homemade cookies and treats from one of his coworkers, which I thought was super nice. I'm excited. Looking forward to eating those. So nice. I was just about to take the boys outside for our evening walk and was picking up my sister from my parents' house when the mosquito fog started going off. So then we had to quick shut all the windows and the doors and stay inside. So then we did some dancing to songs to get some energy out instead. Yes, I should pay attention to when they are going to fog from mosquitoes here. And then while they were dancing, I decided to go ahead and make a dessert for a party that at my husband's work. So am here. I'm making it's not quite a cheesecake, but something like a raspberry cheesecake dessert. So I'm making the gelatin part here, and then we just needed to make a crust out of cracker crumbs and mix the cream cheese and sugar and raspberries together with gelatin. And this is one of my favorite desserts, which is why I made it, because if there's leftovers, then I get to eat it. So that turned out really good. Now, then it was bedtime. After I made the dessert, brought the kids upstairs, showered them, and put them to bed. Good night, everybody.